Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Smiley and I'm the hippie of Risk Street. This is going to be the second installment of my daily crypto market updates following Bitcoin and the FTX indices. Actually, I'm just going to do Ethereum as well. I literally just made that decision because even though Ethereum is going to be very correlated to the altcoin index, we're going to do it as well just because there's a lot going on in that market as well. So we'll just get right into it. I'm trying to keep these short and consistent. So to give an update on the daily, we are looking at a all the way halfway back long from the COVID low to the absolute high. We've got a lovely correction channel shown here, and we've broken back into it. Median line action. We're ideally getting the 50 after the first break into back into the correction channel. And to do that, we'll go down to the 15-minute. We obviously this is the first entry, second entry of the all the way halfway back long, and we have here another all the way halfway back, just at the smaller degree. And we get a channel on there just for further confluence. And we are hugging the upper boundary of the channel right now. So if we do, I actually honestly expect us to even keep going on the micro kind of look. Like I kind of expect us to kind of follow this kind of pattern here. I think we're just going to chop within this, grind up, and then get a pump to target, and then maybe get a traditional series after that. But for now, we're looking at a bullish above on the micro degree, 35,321. If this breaks, we'll just be revisiting lows, testing probably these pivots, and we're looking for a target of 36,847. Excuse me. 36,847 on the micro. Of course, on the daily, we're looking for something like 79,000. Moving on, we're going to Ethereum. Excuse me. Very similar with Bitcoin here. Same thing. We're just all the way halfway back, and we've got these demand zones that are, holding price right now. Going to the 15-minute. We have one all the way halfway back, just the same as Bitcoin, except Bitcoin actually was using, this. Oh, give me the tool. It was using this low, as well as this high, and it didn't break. But obviously, this one did break here. I'll just chart it. It did break there. So the only thing that's holding after we got this, this bullish break of market structure, this additional high. Did we have another pivot to use for the all the way halfway back? So this low to this high, and we got good reversal within the entry zone, and we're looking at what looks to be, we'll go to the micros, like the 3 minutes of the lowest time frame. I'll even chart just to get really specific, but here's something you can see. Maybe we're getting reaction to it right now as we're watching. This isn't as liquid. I was like, some of these charts aren't going to be, because FTX is still a relatively small exchange, but they're one of the best. So the channel, same thing as Bitcoin. We're looking at, it looks like it's riding the upper boundary after getting a pretty good, not exact bounce off of it, but pretty good reaction above it. Maybe a front run. Maybe there's a lot of traders doing it, but at the moment we've also just got this. Yeah, this is actually the one that's active, so we can get rid of that because this setup has not been broken yet. Just because it makes an additional high within the setup doesn't mean that you break the series, quote unquote. I mean, you could add another measure move there, but maybe your risk will be off because your stop loss will be different from this one. Moving on, I don't want to get too cut up on that. I do also want to see us. That's great that this is basically the same. What is this? That's the high is 2208. Okay. Oh, perfect. I do want to see us get a nice reaction and close above this level, to be honest. I mean, we're watching it now. This is a 3 minute, so let me see if there's a channel here that we can get for further confluence. That's not looking, that's pretty good. Oh, wrong. All right, so yeah, so if we get a close above this, I'm probably going to enter an additional micro long just to get moving to the indices. We are bullish above on the very micro, the 3 minute micro, basically 2200, looking for 2236. On our normal trading time frame, we are bullish above 2179, looking for 2312. And on the macro, we are looking for, I think, about 5,400 Ethereum. We'll see how that's going to obviously take a long time to get there, if we do ever get up there, but we'll see. Moving on now to the altcoin index, we have very similar, just a stick save of the setup here. I mean, you can see how close we got. Barely. What is that? That's $1.20. No, that's 80 cents in price. So, oops, wrong. So yeah, basically the same setup as Ethereum, except we did actually get a further retrace. It's using this high, this low, and we have another channel. I mean, all these are going to be looking very similar, but we kind of want that correlation to give us better bias. So we've got closes above lower boundary. We do have a reaction here, so we might be getting what I would actually like to see. It's just like Ethereum. It's just we're holding above this 35.43, but on the larger time frame, we're going to keep it to the 15-minute because there's just so many of the setups. We're bullish above essentially this pivot. I would even call it this pivot just because like the price action is there. I would like to see us close above these pivots. That is imperative in order for me to continue my bullish bias. And we're looking for a target of 3704. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm tickling my throat. 3704 for the target, 35.25 for the bullish above. Even, what is that? That's 35.19. I want to see a close above that. I mean, we can wick through, but I want to see a close above that on the 15-minute. Moving on to the DeFi index. This one doesn't have a setup at all, only the larger degree, which is, I think, we can see on the 3-hour. Nope, even the 9-hour. So basically the daily. Oh Lord, this is clustered. Sorry about that. So here is our all the way halfway back. I mean, I covered this yesterday, but I'll cover it again. This low to this high. We got our entry here, break of high, potentially stop run, and yesterday I think, yeah, we were at this candle here, and we just had a nice close above, and ideally we're gonna get a close above right now. Maybe not right now. At the end of the day, whenever that happens. And we're looking for a target of 12.42, and the bullish above is 71.82. Moving on to the Dragon Index. Let's see if this one's got a setup. It does not. Not even on the very micro. So let's actually take a look here because it looks like we might be getting a short. Yep. So that's broken. So that on the micro, this is trading shorts, and you can see the reaction that we got here. Perfect wick entry at the 618. That's looking for a target of 35.23 with a bearish below 36.55. On the bullish, I mean, this is all within a larger macro setup, but if you wanted to hedge a little bit and maybe, catch a short, that's on you. I'm not going to. This isn't a larger setup on the macro. So that macro is bullish about 33.46, looking for a target of 55.65. We're going to the exchange coins now. This one looks pretty good, actually. This is a real test. I mean, there's going to be all these Elliott Wave traders, and the only reason I know that is because I was trained Elliott Wave. There's going to be all these Elliott Wave traders that are going to be looking at this 3-wave structure, right? And they're like, oh man, it's game over. But this, for me, this is a last test of if we're going to be taking out the low, or at least double bottoming. We're just going to either test the resistance at the bottom or the support at the bottom. Oh, wrong way. Definitely 2 score. Okay, so we have our same setup as Ethereum and altcoin, and we have our entry here, and looking for a target of 74.59 with a bullish above 71.59. We have on the micro, which looks like it might be getting broken now. We're very close. So on the micros, it's 72.19. We'll see if that holds or not. If it does, then that's good. That's even more bullish, so that'd be awesome. Moving on, we're going to the Midcoin Index. Same setup. Here we've got a entry here, and no micro setup, but we're basically challenging these lows, potentially breaking another one. I would like to see us hold above. I think it's. Let's see, and I gotta go down a bit because there's a price action trade that I use in order to. I'd like to see us hold above this right here. Yeah, we've gotten good reactions from it before. Yeah, we've closed above. So let's see. That's where I want to see us close. If we wick it, yeah, great. But if we hold above, then that's even better. Moving on, we're looking for a target of 33.84 with a bullish above line at 32.20. I want to see a wick. I'll accept a wick, but I don't want to see a close below 32.04, or I will. I mean, we're definitely going to be challenging those lows, and I'll be most likely exiting my positions as a loss for a stop loss. Here we have the privacy coin index. This has actually had some good pumpage, like relative to the other indices. I mean, if you look now, it's the only one that's actually green for the day so far. We also have the channel here, just like the other ones, which looks good. So I'm actually pretty bullish on this. So we might just get a 50 entry right there on the micro, which would be looking for a target, at least just breaking this high. On the 15-minute though, the 15-minute trading degree, we're looking at a bullish above 32.02 and a target of 33.83. It's good to see that I mean, it's hard to trade it, it's hard to get in it, but if you had the channel, you would have been all over it. The 50 was a front ran, obviously, and there isn't any. Yeah, no, that's the only setup in the moment. So if we are going to be closing, or if we are going to be testing these lows, I want to see a close above this blue line at 32.24. Moving to the shitcoin index. This is the same exact setup as many other ones, Ethereum altcoin index. There is a micro that this one actually has, so far looks like it's holding its micro, but we will see. Yeah, that's a very, it needs to start turning around ASAP if it is going to be doing it. But we do have confidence because this has its channel as well. It looks like a correction to me. Yeah, and closes above the lower boundary, and we're just testing the median line with a 50 or in a 618. So this is a good setup. With this micro setup is 53.13 bullish above with a target 56.23. On the larger degree, the meso, as I call, is 54.51 for the bullish above, and we're looking for a target of 57.87. Last but not least is the Uniswap index. This doesn't look as bullish, does it? I mean, it's a lot less liquid as well of an index, because I mean, look, it just looks less liquid, looks more blocky. I want to see us stay above this level. It doesn't look it's not adhering to the measure move very nicely, but I want to see us stay above this level. It looks like we've actually had previous, like, really good. This is a really good resistance level. So we did obviously break below, but we're closing above now, and if we continue to hold above, then I will remain bullish. We could just be coming down and testing the actual all the way halfway back here in this 50 to 618 entry, which would also be, I mean, this giant red line is the larger setup. So we could be getting a flash dump and maybe a close above, just like that's what I want to see, or a reversal, which we'll get some closes above. We are bullish above 44,950, looking for a target of 46,825. Guys, that is a June 19th daily crypto market update taken care of. Please follow me on Twitter, subscribe to my channel, come to my Discord, that I'm posting these at least an hour before everybody else sees them. Obviously, you're seeing it in real time now, but these setups, they've been here since, June? They've been here since 12:30 UTC. So that's almost a day. That's over 12 hours or 10 hours ago. Yeah, these setups have been there that long. So if you want to get them before everybody else, get some alpha, come on over, join my Discord. Links in the description. I appreciate the watch, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.